White-throated sparrows are moving north through Iowa right now. After spending the winter down in states warmer than Iowa, say Arkansas, Missouri, maybe even Alabama, Louisiana, they're on their way north now to northern Minnesota and Canada, where they can nest in woodland habitats, usually dense, kind of maybe burned over areas, even in the woodlands or along marshes and things like that. They'll nest all the way up to Hudson's Bay. But anyway, these white-throated sparrows are oftentimes found on the ground, and if you're feeding birds and have some white millet seed, look for these little guys to be hopping around down there. Interestingly, white-throated sparrows have the white throat. Also notice the kind of the white striped crown up there. Some white-throated sparrows will have a white crown, others will have a tan crown. And that's not male or female. That's just a kind of variation that they come in right there. And if you listen, you might hear them whistling, "Oh, sweet Canada, Canada, Canada." Dutchman's breeches is always a springtime favorite wildflower to find out in the woodlands when those little white pants pop out on the stems right there. They do look like little pairs of white pants hung out to dry. Sometimes they are called butterfly banners as well, because when the wind blows those flowers around, they look like little white butterflies flitting around in near the forest floor there too. Dutchman's breeches has kind of frilly green leaves, as you can see right there. They're in full bloom in the area, and Melanophy Springs State Preserve is a wonderful place to look for Dutchman's breeches now along the kind of steep north-facing slopes there in the middle part of April this year. You kind of wonder when you see those little pairs of white pants hanging out if there's little fairies that are going to put them on at night to do their dancing or running around in the woodlands on the forest floor here. Mid-April is a prime time to go sucker fishing on rivers here in the driftless region right now as they make their spawning runs from the mighty Mississippi River headed up into headwater tributaries. Well, they're sometimes spawn in very small streams. Some of our trout streams there where they've got a nice kind of a gravel bottom where the females can lay their eggs and then the males will add their milt, and after spawning the suckers return to the Mississippi River, and we aren't going to catch them again till next spring, at least not the big jumbos or the, you might say, the trophy size suckers. There's several different kinds of suckers and redhorse that you can catch here in the area. They would include things like the white sucker, also shorthead redhorse, golden redhorse, silver redhorse, northern hog sucker. So go out, get your pole ready, buy or dig some worms or night crawlers, throw that bait out on the bottom, and then wait for that sucker to bite. Some people do pickle them. Whatever you do, don't just throw them up on the bank. They're a valuable resource, and if you're not going to take them home and actually eat them, please return them to the water so they can come back and spawn another year.